Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and you are joining me in the final part of my rereads video. This is going to contain the last remaining paperback books of series that I would like to reread. I will let you know the reasons why as I hold other books. I explain the reasons why. Some are just because they're my favourites, some because I don't remember too much, but I will let you know and keep you updated. So I've done other books in this reread series. I did the first part, which contained my paperback books of standalones I like to reread. The second part contained hardbacks of standalone books I'd like to read. The next part was hardback series I would like to reread, and then I started off my 2 parts of my paperback series I'd like to read. I have loads of those, which is why this is split into 3 parts. So in total there's quite a lot of these videos, but I hope you enjoy them all the same. So I'm going to start by just picking these books next to me because they are literally in 2 piles. So the first of which I've got here is The Gathering and The Calling, both by Kelly Armstrong. I've got the 3rd book that's in this series. These are brilliant books about shapeshifters. I love these 2 books. I don't remember anything about the 2nd book. I sort of remember the 1st book, so I just want to kind of reread these to re-love them again, as well as remember everything about the series, and then I can carry on with the series. Next of all, I've got here Cinder and Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. These are in the Lunar Chronicles series. Cinder is about Cinderella, but she's a bionic person, and then we've got Scarlet, sort of Red Riding Hood, I want to say, and yeah, I don't remember anything about the sequel. I sort of remember things about the 1st book, but I just want to reread these because I got the 3rd book, which is Cress, to read, and I remember really enjoying Cinder, but I don't really remember Scarlet, so I just want to reread these to just embrace them all over again, as well as continue on with the series. Next of all, I've got here Sweet Evil and Sweet Peril. These are the first couple of books that are in this series by this author. These are books that are about angels, and I really enjoyed the 1st book. The 2nd book, I'm not entirely sure on that. I remember not liking it as much as the 1st book, but this is exactly why I want to reread them as well, because opinions might change, and but I love paranormal books, and I just want to give these books a go, see what I think about them again, and then continue and read the rest of the books that are on this series. Oh, that's so good. Ow. Next of all, I've got The 5th Wave and The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. So I know the first movie, 5th Wave, sort of pretty good to the book. I've only ever read this once though, so I want to give this a reread. And then The Infinite Sea I don't remember anything about, but I do have the 3rd book, so again this is why I just want to give them a reread, and then I can determine if I would like to keep them as well if I do enjoy them the 2nd time around. Next of all, I've got The Anger Songs and Full Frontal Snogging by Liz Renison. I just want to give this series a reread again. I really enjoy these books, loads. So I think I've got the rest of the books, or if not all of them, on ebook anyway, but I've just got this book so I can reread it, and then yeah, continue rereading it. I just want to reread those because they're favourites of mine, and they're really good books too. These next 3 books are a trilogy that I would like to eventually get around to rereading, and that's the Hunger Games trilogy. So I've got the Hunger Games, I've got Catching Fire, and then I got Mockingjay. I just want to give them all a reread, but physical reread, because I have listened to the audiobooks of these, but I want to physically reread them. I'm currently actually reading The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, which is the spin-off to these books that was told well, I say prequel to these books, and I'm quite enjoying that so far. And eventually I just want to get around to rereading that trilogy. Next book that I have here is Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. This is a book that's about part angel, and I don't remember anything else. So I remember really enjoying it though, so I want to reread it for that reason, and to also go on to the sequel, which I do own as well. Voices by Sue Mayfield. I have got the sequel, Poisoned. This book I really enjoyed reading. I read it when I was in secondary school as well. and rereading it again like a couple of years ago, so I just want to like read it again so then I can go on to the sequel. But I really enjoyed this like the first time around and the second time around too. Then I've got here The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, and this book was really good. This is a dystopian novel that is literally about people, and I think like where the death rate is higher than the birth rate or something like that. I loved it loads, and I love the barcode that's on the side. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, it's an awesome book. I've got the sequel to this and I want to give it a read, and yeah, I love this first book. Then I've got Torment by Lauren Kate. This is the sequel to Fallen, which became a movie. I really enjoyed the movie actually, and this is the sequel to it. I have read this before. I want to reread it because I don't remember anything about it, and then I can continue on with this series. Next of all, I've got the Shatter Me. Now I can say series, it was a trilogy. So I've got Shatter Me, then we've got Unravel Me, the second book, and then I've got Unite Me here, which contains Destroy Me and Fracture Me, the novellas. Those are the only books I've read from the series. I love those books so much, like literally so much. I did start rereading Shatter Me as part of the chapter challenge like last month, and I'm just like kind of want to like reread it again. It has this sort of same feel to me as The Unbecoming of Mara Diary, which is cool as well. So I want to reread those so that I can read the third book, and then I can read the other books that are in the series as well, because I've got the fourth book and I know that there's like a couple other books as well, and novellas too, and oh man, I just want to continue on with it. And yeah, just, you know, now that there's other books in this series, it just gives me such an excuse to give these other books a read. The other series I've got here is the Immortal Series. This is by Alison Noel. So I've got Evermore here, I've got Blue Moon, and I've got Shadowland. I have actually reread all of these at least once before, and they are due another reread. I've never finished this series, and I really want to. I love these books so much, and yeah, I really want to reread them, and they're so good. I know that these are about this girl, and she's like an immortal. She has abilities. Such a good series. I just want to give it another reread, to relove it again, to continue all the series. Starquest by Josephine Angelini. I've got the other books that are in the series. I've reread this book quite a few times actually, so it's due another reread, just so I can hopefully this time continue on with the series. So this is literally about these two people that are like star-crossed, but there's this curse that means that they are destined to hate each other. But however, they absolutely have feelings for each other instead, which is quite strong. I really want to reread this so I can read the other books in this series. Same with Halo by Alexandra. I've always really read this first book. I've read this a couple of times now, and this is literally about angels who are sent down, and this girl, she is drawn to a mortal boy. She's an angel and she's drawn to a mortal boy. Yeah. I just want to reread it, re-love it, continue on with the series. Next of all, I've got Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I really enjoyed this first book, but I don't remember too much about it. And I've got the other books in the series, so I just want to reread it to remember it and love it all over again, hopefully, and then continue on with the series. And then I've got these books, which are In Your Dreams and As You Wake. These are the first and second books that are in the In Your Dreams series by Amy Martin. They are self-published books, and they were sent to me by the author. I first read them as they were like ebooks. I love them. So they're literally about this boy who has narcolepsy, and I think it's a brilliant concept about itself, and he literally can literally just fall asleep whilst at school. So this girl is really intrigued by him, and yeah, I mean, I read these at the beginning of my booktube journey, and there's like a third book after this as well, so I want to read that. So in order to do so, I want to reread these two books and fall in love with them all over again because they were awesome, and then I can go on to reading the third book. And that, my friends, is the end of all of my rereads. And now I'm going to very quickly show you all my rereads that are right here. They've already fallen onto me. So they're literally all here. They've already fallen on me, attacked me. That is the whole pile. So that's a mixture of standalones, it's a mixture of series. Some I want to read because I love them, some reading because I love them and I want to continue on with the series, or some that I loved but I don't remember too much about. Most of the time it is because I don't remember them. So yeah, but for all sorts of reasons. I don't really know the one that I want to read next. There are just too many. All of them, if honest. So that is the end of my list of these books. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and let me know about any of these books I've mentioned in today's video that you want to see me read, or that you've read and you've enjoyed and you think that I should reread that next, and so on and so forth. Let me know what books you've recently purchased, what you're currently reading. Let me know that down below in the comments. Let me know what you've been up to, that sort of thing. Let's talk about it in the comments. I love having a conversation with you guys and being bookish friends with you all. If there's a book that you'd like to buddy read that you've seen in today's video, feel free to let me know, because I'm always up for a buddy read no matter what. But that's it from me, guys. All of my social media links, as always, are linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, all of that is literally down below. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. And most importantly, stay safe. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!